Hello everyone, welcome back to Turfcast. Just thought I'd give my thoughts and opinions on the Orsic deal and the fact that it's fallen through. Obviously very, very disappointed. It looked like Orsic on the wings with Cornet, McNeil and Weghorst up front. I thought that could have been a very, very good forward four. I think a lot of people agree with me. It's such a shame that we missed out on him. I'm not really sure what's happened here. I don't think many people are. I've been speaking to a few journalists and a few sources on DMs and stuff, and a lot of people are saying they're not really sure what's gone on. It looked like the player was ready to come. He wanted to come. He was ready to say his goodbyes and things like that. But obviously Dinamo have had a quiet word in his ear. We all know that they wanted him to play in their big game on Sunday. So obviously they were starting to get worried about losing him because he's one of their key players. Apparently, like I said, they've got a big game on Sunday where it's first against second. And when the wheels started turning with that, you kind of started thinking, hold on, what's going on here? If he was going to come, the club would just put the foot down and say, no, come to Burnley. You need to get here. You can't be risking playing in the game. But then when Alan Pace flew out, I had high hopes. And I remember going to bed last night thinking this one's going to get done. Why else would he waste all that time and energy flying out to Croatia for him to just turn around and say, no, I don't want to come? But in the end, that's exactly what's happened. I'm not blaming Alan Pace. I'm not blaming Burnley Football Club. I'm not blaming Dyche. I think it's just a case of the player's clearly changed his mind, or someone at Dynamo's had a word in his ear, offered him something a bit more. There's been no news of him coming out getting a new contract as I'm recording this video, so I'm not really sure what he's actually stayed for, because he was due to double his wages at Burnley. Apparently it was a dream to play in the Premier League for him, and he was obviously going to realise that dream. And I genuinely believe that we'd have stood a good chance of staying up with him coming in and the new lad up top. I do still think the new lad up top is going to improve us if he comes in, obviously, and we don't have another situation with that one. I do still think he improves us from the squad we are now and from the squad we were at the start of the transfer window. But he needs to hit the ground running. Obviously, he can't have 2 months of not being good enough or sitting on the bench. He needs to hit the ground running again if he does come in. But a big couple of days ahead now for Burnley. You look at Newcastle signing, the lad that they've just brought in midfield, he is class. He's really, really class. Guimaraes, he's so good. I think he goes under the radar a little bit because a lot of people don't know him too much because obviously he doesn't play in this league. But he's a good player who will drive forward with the ball. So Newcastle are improving. Watford and Norwich, I still think they're pretty poor, if I'm being honest with you. But looking at the people that we were signing, I was thinking we could be dragging some other teams into the sale, like your Brentfords, maybe your Leeds, if we manage to get these players in and start kicking on. Because if you look at some of the recent games, 0-0 at Arsenal, obviously we had a 0-0 at Wolves recently. I'm going to forget the Leeds game and the other games that we've lost in the middle, because we are showing signs that we're getting better defensively. We just can't create anything and can't put the ball in the net. So I was getting a bit excited that maybe we could have creative players coming in and players who can finish. But of course, at the minute, nobody has come in. So we need to get the ball rolling quickly. We need to get some players in. Pacey needs to get flying out. In fact, tell you what, send somebody else just in case. I mean, I'm not blaming Pace at all. It definitely wasn't his fault. They've clearly had a word in his ear. But yeah, we need to get a move on. Basically, we really need to get a move on. It's what, January the 28th as I'm recording this. January the 28th, is it? 29th. We've got 2 days left. Just over 48 hours we've got left. We need to get a move on.